Edward the Great. Written by Simon Spencer, adapted and told by Gregory the LNER and Kenworth guy. Edward is the same color as Thomas, and the same size as James. He can pull coaches and push freight cars. And he often works as a back engine. Edward is friends with Devious Diesel. While Diesel teases the engines and doesn't threat them about being scrapped, he has great respect for Edward and likes to talk to him whenever he gets the chance. One morning, the Duke and Duchess of Boxford came to visit their summer house. They came on their own private engine called Spencer. Spencer was silver and very fast. When Spencer reached Knapford Station, his driver had exciting news for him. "You have beaten Gordon's record," he said. "Of course," boasted Spencer. "I'm faster and finer than all the engines on Sodor put together." The engines were cross. "Spencer's just a big silver fusspot," puffed Gordon. And James and the others agreed. Sir Topham Hatt came to see the engines. "There is furniture that needs to go to the Duke and Duchess of Boxford's summer house. I need one of you to take it." "Please, sir," said Thomas, Percy, Gordon, and James all together. "May I go?" "You all have work to do. Edward will take the furniture." Gordon and James were worried. "I hope Edward does well," huffed Gordon. "I'm pretty sure he will," puffed James. "Besides, he rescued me when I was a runaway, so I'm sure he can do it." Edward set off, slow and steady. We'll do my best," he puffed. James watched him. "Go on, Edward, you've got this," he called. Spencer took off and already passed Edward. "I've won already," he boasted. And with a whoosh, he was gone. Edward came to the bottom of a steep hill. The freight was heavy and he felt very tired. But Donald and Douglas were waiting at the junction. They had heard about the race. "Hooray for Edward!" cried Donald. "He's a first-rate engine," added Douglas. "Go on, Edward, you can do it." This made Edward feel much better. He huffed and puffed up the hill and was soon at the top. He could see Spencer ahead and chased him at once. Edward raced down the hill. Spencer had just stopped at Wellsworth Station. The Duke and Duchess of Boxford wanted tea from the refreshment lady. Edward steamed into view. "Hurry, old boy," puffed Spencer. "Can I be finishing too far behind me?" Edward wished he could have a rest too, but the station master and porters heard about the race. "Hooray for Edward! You've got this!" they cheered. Edward felt very proud. Soon it was time for Spencer to leave. He roared past Edward. Fastest and best," he boasted. Edward was nearly out of puff. The furniture was heavy, but he kept going. Spencer decided to stop. The Duke and Duchess wanted to take pictures. Spencer decided to relax. "Nothing to worry about," he said lazily. Diesel was making his way to Natford. He passed Spencer but knew Edward could do it. "I hope Edward's doing well," he thought to himself. When Diesel saw Edward was doing his best, he smiled and called out to him. "Keep going, Edward," he called. "You've got this." Edward was so happy his boiler tingled. He found puff he never knew he had. Soon the Duke and Duchess had finished taking pictures. It was time to leave. "Time to go," called Spencer's driver. But Spencer didn't hear him. He was still asleep, and he didn't see Edward puffing past him. Spencer's driver rang the bell again. Spencer finally opened his eyes and saw Edward puffing towards the summer house. Nearly there, he gasped. Spencer took off as fast as he could. "Oh no!" he cried. But as he reached the siding, his driver ordered him to slow down. "These are old tracks, and you are a very heavy engine," he said. "You must go slowly." Spencer knew he was right. He chuffed slowly down the siding. With every click and every clack, he knew he had lost the race. Edward puffed toward the summer house. "I've won," he gasped. "I did it!" Edward felt like a really useful engine. "Hooray! I've won!" he cheered loudly. Edward felt like the pride of the Sodor Railway, and he was right. Sir Topham Hatt came to see him. "Well done, Edward. You got the furniture here just in time, without speeding." "Thank you, sir," said Edward. He was tired but proud. Sir Topham Hatt spoke severely to Spencer. You have been nothing but rude to Edward. You will be sent back to the mainland tomorrow." Spencer was embarrassed and went a deep shade of red. When Edward went back to Wellsworth, Bill and Ben had heard about the race, and they were very happy for their friend. "Well done, Edward," called Bill. "You showed that silver show-off who's boss," added Ben. Edward smiled. While he knew that while those two may be cheeky, they still had a caring side for one of the oldest engines on Sodor.